Streaming Monday. What you watching, listening to? What are you streaming? Kaz, what you got?
Oh man, I'm streaming a lot right now, but obviously I'm a Netflix heavy person, but I gotta keep it old school. I'm streaming Chappelle's show on Netflix. Obviously, he killed it on Saturday Night Live this week, but in a weird way, seeing Chappelle's show on Netflix means like I really got to throw out my DVD player now. Like, this is the last thing I was holding on to. I still have my box set DVD Chappelle Show collection. And this is the very last thing that was keeping that thing open, keeping that thing going. Now that we got Chappelle Show on Netflix, I can go through all the classic streams. The Rick James, Rachel Draft, Clayton Bigsby. I mean, the classics go on and on. And secondly, hottest song out right now, my boy Hit Boy, Four Things, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, Hit Boy. I mean, the producer of the year so far. Get my man some Hit Boy some love, obviously. He's been killing it with the Nas projects, Big Sean, Freddie Gibbs. They did the real homage to Los Angeles and to the Lakers with the video. Love the championship shirts and everything. Go stream that right now. Hottest song out right now. Monica, what are you streaming right now? What's your streaming Monday looking like?
I am so glad that you are my teammate, because when it comes to music, I'm just like, just not keeping up. So I will definitely make a note to check out Four Things. Chappelle Show, classic choice, my friend. Kudos to that. I'm gonna have to put that into my queue to stream next. Personally, for me on Netflix, nostalgia in a different way, more to being, back in middle school. One-on-One with Kyla Pratt has been my zhuzh lately. Shout out to Strong Black Lead for all of the, what is that, early 2000s, mid-2000s sitcoms that used to be on UPN.
I like to call it the Mara Brockaverse, the universe, all the shows.
Yeah, Mara Brocka Kill, yep, for sure. Yes. Super enjoying that. And then, me and my girlfriends, our girls thing is this show called Married at First Sight that comes on Lifetime. Technically, we streamed it because we had to catch up. Basically, it's a social experiment, Kaz, and you trust these three experts to marry you, but you meet your spouse at the altar for the very first time. And there were 5 couples this year. They were in New Orleans. It's so emotional, Monica, emotional. I don't want to give it away if anybody wants to check it out. But
nothing to give away. I just got to keep it real with you. This is one of me and my fiance's guilty pleasures.
See?
We love we love Married at First Sight. We love Love After Lockup. We love all those type of shows. All those crazy situations where you're like, marriage, right? The sanctity of one of these beautiful things that we create that makes the society whole. Let's throw it in a reality show. Let's make it work and let's see how that goes. But I do love me some Married at First Sight.
Do you support the premise of Married at First Sight then? Before we move on.
Absolutely. Listen, if your personality shines through, you will find true love wherever you are. And I believe in love.
I love it, Kaz. I love it. Okay, before I get stuck there and we can have a whole conversation now that I know that we can talk Married at First Sight, we're not going to get stuck there. We'll save that for later. Who, what, and where? Kaz, we both mentioned what we have already streamed. What's on your list to stream?
My list to stream, because I missed it live. I'm going to catch it again on HBO Max tonight. The 2020 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, because the greatest, the illest, the notorious B.I.G. is now officially a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the most influential rapper in my lifetime, probably of all time. Also, Whitney Houston, now an official member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The only question I have is, what took him so long? I mean, what did he got to do to get inducted into a Hall of Fame after this many times, this long? So it's beautiful to see hip hop recognized on a wider scale, being able to go somewhere and see it enshrined in something that'll live forever. So shout out to the notorious B.I.G. and Christopher Wallace's family. Shout out to the Whitney Houston family and the foundation and the estate everywhere there. They earned it. It's beautiful. I wish they were here to see it. But two of the greatest artists of my lifetime. What about you, Monica? What you streaming?
On that note, The Undefeated, my good friend Justin Tinsley wrote a really great piece about Biggie coming up in that era. It was some commentary on things that were also happening in the political climate at that time. But the article is really well written, thought out. I would encourage folks to check that out. For me, not as much social currency on what I would like to stream. I want to check out the Amber Ruffin show streaming on Peacock. She's one of the few black women in the variety show space as the leading woman. She's a former writer for SNL. and a couple other nightly shows. So I'm super excited to check that out. I've been hearing good things on Twitter and such. And the Peacock platform for NBC is kind of cool. So that's what I would like to check out. The Amber Ruffin Show on Peacock.
Yeah, shout out to Amber, man. That's dope.
All right, so now not just what we want to watch. We got a who is streaming where. So check out this list of celebrities that have taken their talents to Twitch in a very meaningful way. You got Gordon Hayward. You've got Pittsburgh receiver. Yeah, Juju's technically a receiver, although he does so many things.
Oh,
Juju
yeah,
Smith-Schuster. You got Karl Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Quentin Jackson, a.k.a. Rampage, the MMA artist. And then Paige, who I know you can give us some context on, Kaz.
Well, yeah, I mean, shout out to Paige. I mean, there's been some wild things happening recently with the WWE and streaming platforms and stuff like that. So shout out to Paige. Make sure you subscribe to her Twitch page. Make sure you support that because there's some crazy things happening and, you know, you want to be able to support that. But shout out to Juju Smith-Schuster as well, man. That is somebody's Twitch account that I love watching. Super entertaining, super engaging. I mean, it's an amazing time where I remember years ago, people were really talking about, man, am I really going to sit and watch other people play video games? Is this what's happening right now? And then now the world is completely different where you're starting to see these athletes and these artists and, you know, these entertainers and celebrities in a whole different light because you're getting a one-on-one interaction with them with something that we all share, something we can all do. And that is hop behind the sticks, play some video games, play some Warcraft, 2K, Madden, what have you, whatever you're into, whatever your game of choice is, especially this week. This week's a big week. PS5 is out. The new Xbox is coming out. The new releases on the next generation platforms. So, I mean, listen, I know we're doing this morning show every week. As soon as I get off here, as soon as I get my new consoles game going, I'm probably going to cop both of them. I'm probably going to try the PS5 first because I need my 2K21. I need the new generation. I need the new graphics. I'm a sucker for some video games, man. So anybody who want to get on the sticks and try and see me, real life Kaz 1, that's my gamer tag. Come get this smoke.
Wow. Okay, great. Yes, please. And then if you beat Kaz, tweet me at McNutMonica, Twitter or Instagram. Let me know so I can give him the blues right here the following morning.
I'll tell you this, I'm a sore winner. So when I beat you, I'm gonna talk about it right here on MSG AM. So if you want to come,
you won't beat me because I don't play in that world. I'm an adult, but we're not gonna have that conversation. This interesting trademark though that we got to talk about. Speaking of adults with big time money, Russell Wilson would like to trademark "Let Russ Cook." So Kaz,
yes,
our fantastic producers have pivoted on this topic. The question now is, what would be your trademark name?
Oh man, especially after this barbecue segment, it should be like "Let Kaz Eat" because I'm eating whatever's cooking. I don't know. I'm not as interesting as Russell Wilson. I'm not as amazing as he's the biracial angel. He's the football Derek Jeter. He's got the beautiful wife, the beautiful kids. Like the chicks dig the long ball. He plays an aesthetically pleasing brand of football. So let Russ cook. Seems like a smooth trademark. I don't have anything that interesting for me to trademark. I feel like the most interesting thing about me is that I love Return of the Mac. So I would say let Kaz dance as soon as that song comes on and just get out the way and spring.
Let Kaz dance. The only thing I could come up with, and shout out to a former producer and cousin, quite honestly, family, for me would be McNuts and Bolts.
Okay. What's the Yes, please. Audience, hit us.
This conversation could go so many different directions. Social media, Twitter, please send in your trademark thoughts, your ideas. Do you have names for us? Do you have names for your favorite celebrities? Do you have names for yourselves? We want to hear from you.